For TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak government is set to adopt incinerators for solid waste management. Putrajaya is currently exploring ways to improve and expand the MERAGANG buffalo farming in Lawas. Li Zijia, Aaron Chia, So Hui Yi and Palitina all advanced to the next round of the competition. The Sarawak government is set to adopt incinerators for solid waste management in the future, akin to that in Sweden. Premier Sarawak Dr. Pandigi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said the method would eliminate the need for landfills and convert the waste into a new source of energy.
Kerana bahan sisa ini boleh kita split, tetapi ada kegunaannya iaitu recycle. Jadi kita akan gunakan incinerator. Tetapi incinerator ini volume mesti banyak. Dan kita punya volume waste, kalau kucing hanya 700 tan satu hari, 700 tan per day. What happened is we want to have reasonable volume. Dan maka kita kumpul daripada kucing, Samarahan, Serian, Seri Aman hingga Betul. Satu lagi adalah di Northern, di Utara. Di Utara kita pun mempunyai waste, termasuk solid waste disebab industri kita di Semalaju dan juga di Kedurong. Jadi kita ada satu, maknanya daripada Sibu, Sarike, Sibu, Bentulu, Miri hingga Kelimbang. Kita kumpulkan sisanya mengikut population kita aja, lebih kurang sama population.
He made these remarks after officiating the 36th anniversary celebration of Kuching City on Thursday. Elaborating further, Abang Johari explained that a study would be conducted by the Sarawak Economic Planning Unit (EPU), which will include a special committee involving environmental and land experts.
Kita gunakan model Sweden. Walaupun Jepun ada, China ada, tapi saya nampak Sweden ada relevan dengan kita kerana population Sweden hanya 5 juta. Dan keadaannya serupa dengan kita. Dan Sweden sebenarnya menjual tenaga daripada waste. And then the best part is Sweden also import waste. Dikitau semula. Bermakna population kita katakanlah 3 juta, 2.8 lah, 3 juta. Jadi kita punya skill dia serupa dengan Sweden. Jadi kita model dengan Sweden.
He added that the cost estimate for the study is expected to be completed by the first quarter of next year.
Putrajaya is currently exploring ways to improve and expand the MERAGANG buffalo farming and its milk production facilities in Lawas. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Datuk Sri Muhammad Sabu, said that the enhancements to the station could potentially serve as a model for buffalo farming in other states in Malaysia.
Dia kerjasama dengan beberapa universiti dan kita akan melihat dan memberi sokongan tambahan supaya dapat dibesarkan lagi ternakan kerbau itu, bukan lembu, kerbau di buffalo di MERAGANG itu.
Meanwhile, Secretary General of the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Dato' Lokman Hakim Ali, stated that the efforts include increasing the number of existing buffaloes to boost milk production.
Lebih kurang dalam 15 liter untuk setiap lembu di sana. Dan lebih kurang ada 300 ekor di kawasan MERAGANG. Jadi kita akan cuba melihat bagaimana kita boleh membantu dalam membiakkan lebih lembu tenusu ini dan meningkatkan hasil daripada segi susu sebagai pengeluaran yang tinggi di sana.
He told this when speaking to reporters after paying a courtesy visit to Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng at Wisma Bapa Malaysia on Thursday. Commenting on the meeting, Muhammad Sabu said it was aimed at inviting Abang Johari to the Malaysia Agriculture, Horticulture and Agrotourism Exhibition, MAHA 2024, scheduled to be held from September 11 to 22, 2024 at MIEBS Serdang.
Malaysia will soon begin exporting fresh durian to China by the third quarter of this year. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Datuk Sri Muhammad Sabu said the air-fried method is the best alternative for preserving the quality and freshness of durians, as a lengthy sea transport by sea will jeopardize its quality.
Sekarang ni kita dah lama mengeksport durian ke antarabangsa. Cuma kali ini durian segar. Durian segar ni dia kena cepat, bermutu tinggi, semuanya itu kita sedang laksanakanlah supaya dapat diekspor di atas permintaan yang begitu tinggi sekarang, terutama ke negeri China. Durian segar itu kena bawa dengan transport udara supaya dalam masa beberapa jam sudah boleh sampai ke tempat sasaran. Dan dia satu perniagaan baru yang muncul sekarang ni lah di Malaysia ini.
Local media previously reported that the Director General of Agriculture, Dato' Noor Sam Alwi, announced the first export of fresh durians to China is expected to begin in October, involving between 500 to 1,000 metric tons of supply. He explained that this estimate takes into account the current durian supply capacity as the fruit season is nearing its end.
South Korean-based OCI Holdings is committed to expanding its production in Sarawak, which is projected to generate 3.1 billion ringgit in polycrystalline silicon for photovoltaic use. Deputy Premier Sarawak, Dr. Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, expressed his confidence that the company's expansion will create over 400 employment opportunities for talents in the region.
Awang, who is also the Minister of International Trade, Industry and Investment of Sarawak, stated that OCI Holdings is a global chemical company producing polycrystalline silicon, hydrogen peroxide and other chemicals. Previously, he had led a Sarawak delegation to Seoul for a meeting with OCI Holdings chairman, Lee Woo-hyun. For the record, OCIM has invested more than 8 billion ringgit in Sarawak to produce polycrystalline for the solar industry and to expand and diversify its chemical production in Sarawak. Awang Tengah added that the company has partnered with Kumho and Tokuyama to produce epichlorohydrin and semiconductor-grade polycrystalline silicon, respectively. During the meeting, OCI Holdings chairman Lee Woo-hyun expressed interest in exploring investment opportunities in energy development, particularly renewable energy in Sarawak, through its subsidiary OCI Energy. The proposal was well received by Awang Tengah as it reaffirms Sarawak's commitment to becoming a leader in green energy. OCI is a global company with a significant focus on renewable energy and energy storage systems. Currently, OCI Energy is the largest independent solar developer in Texas, USA. In other developments, the Sarawak government will collaborate with South Korea entrepreneurship company GeoGido Business and Science Accelerator GBSA to ace the region's small and medium-sized enterprises SMEs. Sarawak Ministry of International Trade, Industry and Investment described that the collaboration is aimed at developing a sustainable, innovative model to uplift the local SMEs business sector. The commitment was shared during the working visit of the Deputy Premier Sarawak, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, to Pangyo Techno Valley in Seoul, South Korea on Wednesday. Pangyo Techno Valley, widely regarded as Korea's Silicon Valley, is managed by GBSA. GBSA is an agency established by the Gyeonggi Regional Government in 1997 to manage and enhance the competitiveness of small and medium-sized industries in research and promoting technology across science and industries.
Former Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah has described surgery as an art. He says his deep interest in surgery makes him view the surgical process and the skills displayed by surgeons' hands as demonstrating a distinct artistic element.
Seni dari segi mengurangkan pendarahan, seni dari segi melihat pada organ keselamatan dan sebagainya. Jadi mungkin mereka yang telah membantu saya dalam pembedahan melihat satu kesenian yang tersendiri dalam menggunakan tangan saya dalam memberikan pembedahan yang terbaik, keselamatan yang tinggi dan membawa pulangan yang baik juga. Ya.
Furthermore, Dr. Noor Hisham said that after retiring from public service, he's now active in the corporate sector, advising various organizations and institutions.
Saya adalah pengurusi kepada IJN Sdn Bhd, juga pengurusi kepada Kumpulan Kesihatan UCSI, dan juga Chancellor kepada University of Sriwijaya.
He was interviewed by TVS after delivering a lecture titled The Role of Art in Mental Health at the Miri Arts Festival MAF at Pullman Waterfront, Miri on Thursday.
In other matters, former Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah has admitted to being caught between the government and the opposition politics while handling the COVID-19 pandemic. He also mentioned that this added pressure on public servants who are working hard to find the best methods to manage the pandemic.
Jadi apa yang kita cakap kadang-kadang dipersoalkan dan sebagainya lah. Sepatutnya ketika tu kalau kita bersatu lagi kuat, lagi teguh kita. Tapi kalau kita tak bersatu, jadi inilah kekangan politik yang kita ada. Jadi memberikan tekanan kepada penjawat awam ketika tu. Hingga kan satu masa tu kita tak ada politician dan 2 minggu tak ada kerajaan, tapi penjawat awam kena menguruskan negara dengan menggunakan kaedah yang terbaik yang telah kita diamanahkan.
He further stated that the level of pressure faced by public servants at the time was very high, adding that while a surgeon's mistake may cost a life, but a mistake by the Public Health Administration can impact the entire country and cost millions of lives.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Higher Education will report to the police regarding the alleged sale of academic certificates, as reported by a local newspaper. Minister Dato Sri Dr. Zambri Abdul Qadir stated that KPT will take strict action against any involved institutions or individuals.
In a statement on Thursday, he said IPTA and IPTS should not permit this kind of activity to continue as it will confuse the public and damage the image of university institutions. He further added that KPT remains committed to ensuring that the higher education system is not tarnished by such illegal activities. Recently, the media reported syndicates selling fake academic certificates online, which were openly promoted on social media at between 1,500 ringgit ringgit and 4,000 ringgit. This scam allegedly target individuals who are desperate to have academic qualifications for the purpose of finding a job. Zambri said there have been several cases of academic certificate fraud that have been successfully unraveled before a true public complaints involving fraud syndicates by deceiving victims using the name of higher education institutions.
National singles shuttler Li Zijia has advanced to the quarter-finals of the event after defeating Frenchman Thomas Junior Popov on his home ground at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena in Paris. Zijia has qualified for the quarter-finals, the singles event, after winning 21-13, 24-22 in 40 minutes. The world number 3 wrapped up the first game in just under 14 minutes. However, the second game saw Popov making a strong fight back thanks to the support of home crowd audience. However, Zijia clawed back to his gain in victory. He will clash with Anders Antonsen of Denmark in the last 8 tomorrow. Meanwhile, national men's doubles pair Aaron Chia, So Woo-yi ended their 3-match losing streak against India to advance to the semi-finals of the 2024 Paris Olympics earlier today. Aaron Woo-yi, the 2022 world champions, bounced back from a set down to notch a thrilling 13-21, 21-14, 21-16 victory in the men's doubles event at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. On to the next update. A 17-year-old teenager has been charged with the murder of 3 girls and the attempted murder of 10 others during a knife attack at a Taylor Swift-themed dance class in Southport. According to UK prosecutors, the Crown Prosecution Service authorised the police to charge the suspect with 3 counts of murder for the deaths of 6-year-old B.B. King, 7-year-old Elsie Dot Stencombe, and 9-year-old Alice De Silva Agua.
Suspect will appear at court in Liverpool, in northwest England on Thursday. The town of Southport, where Monday's tragedy unfolded, was still reeling from the attack and from violent clashes that broke out on Tuesday. Bottles were thrown at police officers and several people were arrested at the rally, in which police blame on supporters of the far-right English Defence League, who it said had travelled from outside the area to the seaside town near Liverpool. Meanwhile, a 100-strong group attacked police and properties, throwing bricks at a mosque and setting vehicles and other objects on fire. According to local report, 53 police officers were wounded, with at least 8 of them seriously injured, and following that they had arrested 4 suspects.
And circling back to the Olympics, national men's doubles pair Aaron Chia So Woo-yi ended their 3-match losing streak against India to advance to the semi-finals of the 2024 Paris Olympics earlier today. Aaron Woo-yi, the 2022 world champions, bounced back from a set down to notch a thrilling 13-21, 21-14, 21-16 victory in the men's doubles event at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena.
The Malaysian pair fought neck and neck in the opening set to level 10-10, but they were unable to defend the blistering attacks of the Asian Games gold medalists. However, the world number 3 pair managed to rebound in the second game to level the tie and drag the match into a decider. After another closely contested game, the reigning bronze medalists finally emerged victorious in pursuit of their quest for the country's maiden gold medal. In the semi-finals, they will be facing top seeds Liang Wei Keng Wang Chang of China, who ousted Indonesia's Fajar Alfian Muhammad Rian Ardianto 24-22, 22-20 in another last 8 fixture. Meanwhile, Perlitan and Tina Ah have created history by being the first Malaysian women's double pair to advance to the semi-finals in the Olympics after eliminating the previous edition bronze medalist Kim So-young Kong Hee-young of South Korea. In the quarterfinals set at Port de la Chapelle Arena this evening, Perlitina Ah put up a brilliant performance to upset the South Koreans 21-12, 21-13 in 42 minutes. The Malaysian rank at 12 showed their mettle by leading 11-5 before a 21-12 victory in the first set. After starting the second set 2-4 down, the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games champions rallied to confirm their semi-final slot with their first win over the Koreans in 2 meetings. At the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, Soo Yeon-hee-young won bronze after seeing off compatriots Lee So-hee-shing Seon Chang in the medal decider. The national doubles team has only qualified for the quarterfinals of the Olympic Games once in Rio 2016 when Vivian Woo-won-ke-wei lost to the event's champion Misaki Matsutomo Ayaka Takahashi.
And now on to world affairs. Kamala Harris will officially confirmed as the Democratic presidential nominee through an electronic vote starting Thursday, replacing the traditional in-person balloting of the party's national convention. Following Joe Biden's withdrawal from the race 2 weeks ago, the 52-year-old vice president is now the sole Democratic candidate set to challenge Republican Donald Trump in November.
Just under 4,000 delegates, the grassroots activists and politicians allocated during the primary process sent in signatures backing Harris to be on the ballot for the 5-day electronic vote. Meanwhile, no other Democrats have stepped forward to challenge her elevation to the top of the ticket, making her confirmation as the first Black and South Asian woman ever to secure a major party's nomination a formality. She won the support of 99% of the delegates who signed petitions, the Democratic National Committee DNC said in a statement, while no one else met the qualifying threshold of 300 signatures.
Nigerian police fired tear gas on Thursday to break up several hundred protesters in the northern city of Kano and in the capital Abuja, where demonstrators had joined in nationwide rallies against the high cost of living. Africa's most populous country is struggling with soaring inflation and a sharply devalued currency after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ended a costly fuel subsidy and liberalized the currency a year ago to improve the economy.
The protest movement won support with an online campaign, but officials had warned against attempts to copy recent violent demonstration in Kenya, where the government was forced to abandon new taxes. In Kano, the country's second-largest city, protesters tried to light bonfires outside the state governor's office, and police responded with a tear gas, forcing most of the demonstrators back. In Abuja, security forces blocked off roads leading to Eagle Square, one of the planned protest sites, while several hundred protesters gathered at the nearby National Stadium before marching towards the square. Security forces later also fired tear gas to disperse crowds in Mararaba, on the outskirts of the capital and in its center. Many Nigerians are struggling with high costs. Food inflation is at 40% and a tripling of fuel prices, but many people were also wary about insecurity around protests. On the eve of the protests, government's official urged young activists to reject rallies and allow time for Tinubu's reforms to take hold and improve the economy.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Charlotte Metro. Thank you for watching and have a good night.